I'm Summan Kandola, and the past few years of uncertainty and chaos have left me deeply unmotivated and made me lose my zest for life. As somebody who is genuinely curious and inquisitive about the world and the people in it, this was really hard for me to digest. So I knew something needed to change, and that's how Monday Motivation was born. Monday Motivation explores the tenacity and champion mindset behind everyday people experiencing the fight of their lifetime. So come with me as I borrow some hope, courage, and perspective from brave and inspiring individuals. Meet Gentille, a brave and radiant soul who survived the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. From the tender age of 11, she witnessed the absolute worst side of humanity and has since grieved the loss of her family and life as she knew it. This is her story.
My name is Gentille Umubyeyi. I'm a survivor of so many things. I'm a lover of life. I'm loved, and I'm grateful. I was born and raised in Rwanda. My childhood is filled with so much joy. I think growing up in that neighborhood, everyone was responsible for everybody. So I always felt like I'm safe. There was a sense of community that way. In 1990, when the war began, I was 8 years old. I feel like a lot of things changed the way we lived our lives. Even though our parents did not explain a lot because we were too young to understand the scope of what was happening. Rwanda has gone through a lot of turmoil before. There was hope and faith that this too shall pass. By April 1994, I'm 11 years old. Now the president's plane crashed and our lives changed literally in a heartbeat. My mom was like, I need you all to wear as many layers of clothes because we don't know when we're coming back. So by the time we left, I was wearing 2 pants, trousers, I had on 3 different sweaters because it was a raining season, and my mom was like, you're not taking a luggage. If you come back, you find your cute clothes. But right now, we have to go. What happened was we get into this main street pathway, I would say, and they say halt. And what they did, so they distanced themselves, they surrounded all of us, and they started shooting amongst us, on top of us. I have no energy to run, and I'm wearing things that are heavier than I am. So as people are falling on top of me, this is like they're throwing also grenades, and there's body parts just flying, there's people falling, there's people screaming. We don't know where to go, but everyone is just running for their lives. I can see my mom, she's standing, and I'm like, is that her? I ran to her. She can see that the people that I was running away from, they're still behind me. So she grabs me and she goes like, they're coming. I need you to go. I need you to keep running. I'm like, but mom, let me stay with you. She's like, you can't stay with me. You have to go. So she, because I held on to her, she grabs my hand. She just like pushes me away. She goes like, go there. So she points at like a tiny bush around. She goes like, you go. And that the 2 men caught her because she was still standing. So in that moment, I can see how she gave her life for them to catch her so they can let me go. For hours on end, I witnessed so many people being killed in front of my eyes. For hours on end, I saw humans the worst side of humanity, if that makes any sense. Everyone is dead. I can't see anyone. I'm running on my own. What is it going to be? What is it going to be? So the moment I was rescued by the RPF, I lived in a refugee camp, and that's when my sister came to the camp.
What did it feel like when you saw your sister? She's the first family member you saw?
She's the first family member I found. I feel sad the first time I met her, thinking about the first time I met her, because I remember hugging her but looking behind her to see if she came with someone else. I didn't think that she would just show up by herself. I said, "Where's everybody?" She's like, "You're here, where's everybody?" But by the end of 1994, we all have found each other for those who were alive. And then you just picking up pieces and figuring out what's gonna be next and next.
What was getting you through your days? Like what was making you want to live?
If you survive, you're still standing. It's not that I could run faster. It's not that I could hide better. It's not that I was more intelligent, more beautiful, more anything. Every single minute I was like, I'm next. It's a matter of a second before they catch me. And looking back and almost stepping out of your own body out of your own soul, out of your own spirit, to look what you have gone through and you're still standing, there gotta be a reason. Don't know what it is, but there gotta be a reason. Because how come? Why me? I can't answer that. Why continue to punish myself more? Why continue holding on to those people who carried those machetes, who took so much away from me? They have already done it. But I'm here. What am I doing with my own life?
So when you decided that, right? Like I can choose joy.
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
I think the moment I learned to give myself grace, the moment I acknowledged that what I went through was unfair, I started having fun. I started also not defining myself as the pain I have gone through. And started realizing that I got this. There's this spirit, there's this energy that keeps me going. I can have joy, I can love, I can laugh, I can cry. That it's not the end, that what I have gone through, it's a chapter in my life, but it does not necessarily have to define what my future need to look like. Mm-hmm. That I don't have to be in mourning for the rest of my life.
I started this series because I was always the type of person who, like, I would see the sunrise, I'd be like on like high. But during COVID, I feel like I lost a lot of my lust for life. And so I started this series because I felt like I didn't see the road ahead. And I wanted to talk to people who had gone through so many challenges in their lives where seeing the road ahead, they had no choice but to like figure it out.
Yeah.
So what is your advice to someone like me who is trying to see the road ahead and maybe just needs a little bit of guidance to get there?
For whatever it is that you have gone through, it's heavy in your own way, but there's a way to keep moving. There's a way to keep going. That moment doesn't have to be the end. It doesn't have to be the end.
Mm-hmm.
Your pain, what you go through, your struggles, doesn't have to be the end. When you can choose to shift that, and one day at a time. It doesn't have to be big plans or big dreams.